Hello and welcome back to Hadoop Exam Learning Resources. In this session, now we will cover question number 22 for AWS Solution Architect Professional Level. These are provided by HadoopExam.com. So now let me directly go to question number 22, what it is saying. You have a VPC peering connection. So that connection name is PCX1122 between QuickTake VPC A, this is your VPC A, and QuickTake VPC B. So this is the VPC peering connection is created between it, which are in the same AWS account. Both are in the same AWS account and do not have overlapping cited blocks. So it's a valid VPC connection. You set up a QuickTake VPC A for your accounting records and QuickTake VPC B for your financial records. And now you want each VPC to be able to access each other resources without any restrictions. Select the correct route table for each VPC point to the relevant VPC peering connection to access the entire sided block of the peer VPC. So now as I said correct previous question, we need to update route table of both the VPC as well to enable actual working between this. So now let's go to the explanation of this question and then we will answer this question. So this is a question number 22. So what it says, you can configure VPC peering connection so that your route table has access to entire sided block of the peer VPC. Now you have a VPC peering connection with this name VPC and VPC which are in AWS account and do not have overlapping. You may want to this kind of configuration. So let me explain you how this works. So this is your sided block ranges 16 172 16 00 16 a VPC A and 10 0 0 0 16 in VPC B. Now if I see here VPC A's route table which says like from here to here making a connection, so 10.0016 points to local, that is not possible, correct? So it is not its local IP addresses are what 172.16.0.0.6. so this is not at a possible solution. This is other way around. It should be other way around, correct? Configuration should be correct. So this is not a valid configuration at all. 172.16 pointing to PCX. Instead of that, this should be local, and that should be this way. Then it would work. So that is absolutely wrong answer. So you are saying VPC again 10.0016 to local. That is correct. So instances inside in this VPC would be communicating with each other. That is perfectly right. This option. And 172.16 if any traffic destination for 172 should go to PCX. So this is also right configuration. So these two are right, but entire A is not possible. Now let's move to the second option. What we are saying is 172.16.0.0.6 16, so its own IP address range, so it should be local to that VPC. So this is a valid option because this is a local to this VPC. So this is certainly a correct option. 10.0016 traffic if they wanted to send, then that should be routed to PCX. That is perfectly right because this is this cider range and that should be go via PCX or VPC peering to traffic should divert it. So this is also right. Now here 10.0016 it says it to local, so yes, VPC to 10.0016 is local. This is also right. 172.16.0.0.16 that is going to PCX because they VPC B wanted to connect to this and it should be done via PCX only. So that is also correct. So this is a correct answer. So overall this answer is a correct answer here, option B. Now here if you see again like to validate whether this is a correct or not, so 10.0016 traffic should be diverted to local. Absolutely wrong. This is same as first option, correct. And 172.16.0.0.16 PCX, this is also wrong. This should be local. 10.0016 that should be local. This is right option. And 172 PCX. So as such, if you see, there is no difference between option A and option C. I think both are exactly same. The only ordering is bit changed here. That's all, otherwise. So only correct answer here is a B. So you need to configure the VPC route table accordingly if you are setting a VPC peering. So correct answer here is B. So let me submit here, and this is what it is the answer. So this is what is the explanation. Also you can use this video. So thank you, thanks for watching this video. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain you here, and you can learn more about AWS related stuff on hadoopexam.com. so don't forget to visit hadoopexam.com. Also one thing I wanted to tell you in this video, basically on hadoopexam.com we have recently partnered with basically our quicktake.com website, which has a one solution text to speech solution, basically, which you click on this, so it would show you, you can watch the video. So basically it's a very simple solution which convert your all text in any supported language, which is around 40 different languages, can be converted into the audio. So you can create an audio book out of this, or you can convert your podcast, anything which you in any language you want it. So that is supported. So you can get the software solution from quicktechie.com, that you can download it and you can install it on your machine and you can use it basically. So this is a very good solution which was recently launched through quicktechie.com, and we would be basically in progress of developing one more solution to convert your textbooks or any books basically directly in an audio website. So you can directly convert your multiple books in a website, and then you can publish it wherever you want, and then you can listen it for yourself or you can share with others. So this software would do this automation for you and you can use that. Obviously you need a Google Cloud account for that to using this. So in this video everything is explained in detail, so you can go over this and you can learn more about this, how to use this software and kind of thing. So that's all. Quickly I wanted to introduce what this new solution provided by quicktechie.com. So thank you and I wish you all the best. I'm stopping now. Hello, in this video I'll tell you how to convert a long text into MP3 file or in OGZ format, and which you can download as well. For that you would be using a software provided by quicktechie.com. So now let me show you the features and what all can be done using this software. So let me start here. Even before I start, I wanted to show you this software is provided by quicktechie.com and this is their website. This is the website which you need to go to and download this software. So let's start with the features. You can download your text converted into MP3 or OGZ format, whatever text you have converted in any language which is supported by utility, and whatever voice rate you want to change. Virtually there is no limit because we are using here Google Voices to convert your text into voice. So Google has there a limit with 5000 characters in each request, but we have created the software such a way there is no limit. You can create as big as text file and you can convert into a single MP3 file. What we do basically, we submit multiple requests if there is a more than 5000 characters in each request, and then we accumulate the result and finally gives one MP3 file or OGG file. Voice tuning, personalized, you can change the pitch of the voices as per your need. There are different 20 semitones and 4 times faster speeds, etc. you can set up on this using this tool. Highly secure, every communication between your machine and Google Cloud happens on encrypted manner. So this is a highly secure and it is being done using Google Cloud credentials only. There are 40 plus different languages supported and 250 different voices. Operating system, this software can work on Windows, Unix and Mac OS. So now pricing. So you need to get a subscription from quicktechie.com. So this is the website where you need to get the subscription basically annually and semi-annual subscription for using this software. That is one thing. Once you subscribe the software, there is no character limit, no basically other limit until your subscription expires. So we have a subscription of 6 months and 12 months. So you can subscribe this. Other thing which Google has basically their own prices for conversion of text to speech basically. So but if you see up to 4 million character for a standard or non-wavenet voices, it's absolutely free for each month. So 4 million characters is equal to, you can imagine, is almost 10 textbook in general. This would equivalent to that, correct? And Google Cloud provides up to 1 million character text to speech conversion for WebNet voices, which is high quality voices, free for 1 month, absolutely free. And if you are using Google trial version of 90 days, the $300 is also free to use. So this is a much cheaper solution compared to anything which is available online, text to mp3 conversion or something. Duos has a limitations, how many characters you can send in each request, how much you can download this, how monthly limit they have, kind of thing. There is, once you subscribe this software, until your subscription expires, there's no limit. You can convert as many character as you want. So that is what the pricing perspective. Now let's move to the customer base for this this tool which Quick Techie has, audiobooks converter. So like most of the people now started converting textbook into the audiobooks, and they wanted to listen it and kind of things, and